Hello everyone, welcome back to Rose Kitchen. Today it's going to be cream horns. Cream horns are usually made out of puff pastry, but I'm going to use a sweet short crust pastry. So that needs 8 ounces flour, 4 ounces butter, 1 ounce sugar, 2 tablespoons of water and a pinch of salt. Into the bowl in which I have put the butter and the sugar, I'm going to empty the flour. And then I'm going to blend in the butter into the flour nicely along with the sugar, so that it firstly it becomes a crumb kind of texture. So as you can see, it has mixed in well. Now I'm going to add a pinch of salt and with the tablespoon of water. Then keep mixing it and actually knead it into a dough. I'll add the second tablespoon of water now. You might want to add a little bit more water if it's not coming together. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you can bring it together into a firm dough. The dough is mixed into a consistency like this, and then here I have the cream horn cones that I'm going to be using. From that dough, I've taken a smaller piece of dough, and I'm going to roll it a little bit and then put it on this board, or you could use a large plate. And okay, I'm using a makeshift rolling pin, simple glass. If you have a rolling pin, go ahead to use that. And going to roll it into a long thin piece of dough. I'm going to cut off the edges, keep that aside. I'm going to take a strip like this, and take one of the cream horn cones and wrap it around it. At an angle like that, so that it comes up. I like to make small little cream horns because it's going to be filled with an icing filling. It can be a little bit sweet, but if you like, you can get a longer strip of dough and fill and wrap it round all the way to the top. That's the first batch of cream horn shells done. It's going into the oven, a preheated oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, and it will bake for about 50 minutes. While the cream horn shells are baking, I'm going to prepare the icing, the filling for the cream horns. This is 6 ounces of icing sugar, 3 ounces of butter and some almond essence. I'm going to add the icing sugar into the butter and mix it with a fork. The easier thing would be to use a bowl and mix it. I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way. So the icing has all come together, and I'm adding a few drops of almond essence, maybe about a quarter teaspoon. So the cream horn shells are done. I'm going to leave it to cool for a bit before we put the icing in. So I'm going to slip off the shells from the cone mold and leave it to cool as I said before. Now the shells have cooled off and I'm going to fill it with the cream. That's it. The cream horns are done now, and I've added a little bit of cherry on top just to make it look pretty. You could also use a little dab of jam, preferably like a red jam, just to give it a bit of color. Okay, so that's it for today. Please go and try it, and if you like it, put a like on the video, and also please support me by subscribing on my channel on Rose Kitchen.